Welcome to Infra Support videos. My name is Karthik. Today we're going to discuss about prerequisite for IDV installation. The components which are available with Data Vault installer are the Data Vault service, Data Vault agent, Data Vault ODBC driver, Data Vault data archive plugin, Data Vault administration tool, and SQL tool. So the first one, Data Vault service, is a complete package which has the server, the metadata and everything. The Data Vault agent is a secondary agent other than the primary server, so we can install it on a different server. The Data Vault ODBC driver, it will help us in connecting to IDV through the querying tool in order to query the data which is archived into IDV. Data Vault data archive plugin which should be installed on the ILM installation location, which will integrate ILM with IDV. So there is a directory called file_archive which exists under web app directory of ILM, which has these components. So the components will be, most of the components will be as same as the one which is available with Data Vault. So this is just to make sure that the integration between ILM and IDV happens. So when the tool is running the job, it needs different components from the Data Vault which is available inside ILM directory in order to make sure that the connectivity is successful. And the last one is the Data Vault administration tool and SQL tool. So we can, there is a utility called SSA admin which exists with IDV, and the SSA SQL with which we can query the data which is archived into IDV. So this will be available as a GUI tool with the last option. In order to install IDV on Unix, we need to create a system account which specifically runs the Data Vault service. The user account which is created, which is used for the Data Vault installation, should have the read and write permission on the installation directory. The minimum resource available on the Data Vault server should be 4 GB RAM. The virtual memory should be unlimited and 32 megabytes of stack size, and it should have 1024 open files on the server. As explained earlier, so each and every component of Data Vault installer which is available with as a package can be installed on different machines. So if you want to install all the components, that is the Data Vault service, we need to make sure that we have 64-bit processor. So, and it should have 4-core CPU, 8 GB RAM, and the disk space for the component which we have inside IDV home should be at least 100 MB, and for the log file we need 2 gigabytes of space. The Data Vault engine needs these requirement, and the Data Vault agent needs only 2 CPU and a 4 GB RAM, 10 megabytes of space, and 2 GB for the log files. And the Data Vault data archive plugin, which is going to be installed on ILM directory like mentioned earlier, it just needs 10 MB of disk space. And the Data Vault service admin tools and the SQL tool needs 2 CPU core, 1 GB RAM, and the disk space of 10 MB. So the ODBC driver needs 10 megabytes disk space. That's all is enough. There are 3 different ports which is used by the Data Vault service. The one is the server port, another one is the server execution port, and the last one is the metadata port. So the server port is the one which the Data Vault administration tools will connect in order to connect to the Data Vault service. The server execution port is used by the Data Vault agents, and the metadata port will be used by the Firebird service. So our metadata is Firebird, which will be available inside a folder called Firebird, which is available inside the Data Vault home. The data which we archived into IDV will be in the form of flat file. So the data, that means the data is in the compressed format. Say for example, if you have any relational database and the data, if the data in the source is in the form of tables, then the data will be compressed. The space allocated for the Data Vault data directory can be available on the Data Vault server itself or on any NFS shared location. So we have another feature with which we can archive the attachments also. So if your requirement is to archive any attachments such as PDF, zip, or Excel, then the space required should be as same as the source, because the attachments will not be compressed, just the data which is in the form of table will be compressed. Thank you for watching.